What's up everyone, Kodo Lewis here, back with some more Sunhaven content for you. In this one we're just going to be talking about all these fancy new little skill nodes they added. Pretty awesome. They pretty much revamped the entire skill system. As you can see, we're at level 40 now on exploration. Used to be you could only get up to what, like 17 or 20 or something like that. Now it goes all the way up to 70, I believe, on every skill. Farming, mining, combat, exploration, fishing, they all go up to 70, I'm pretty sure, from what I was reading. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're just going to be reading I'm going to go through, look at the skill, we're going to read about it, talk about it. Some of these skills are going to get a video on it based on, you know, if they're a little bit more in depth. All the new spells and stuff are definitely going to get their own videos, so be keeping an eye out for that. But this one's just going to be a general overview of all the stuff they added so you guys can see. For those of you who haven't played or want to get back into playing, it's going to give you some more motivation so we can check out how it's changed and all that good stuff. Before we get started, I just want to go ahead and say, click that subscribe button if you haven't already, hit that like button if you haven't already. We got the new blog here now, kodolewis.com. Make sure you click that, go check it out. Make sure you sign up for that mailing list on there. That way you can never miss out on any blog posts or videos. I'm pretty much always going to have a blog post for every video. This video should have a blog post to go along with it. We'll see how it works out with this one. It's a little bit different style of video, but we should still be able to come up with something. Anyways, enough of all that. Let's get into this. So starting off, we're going to just work our way through exploration, then go to farming, mining, combat, and fishing, just in that order, and talk about all these skills. So let's get to it. Starting off, we basically got the basic air skip now. Now the way they're doing this now though is it's in tiers. It's not like one. You can see right here it's 0 out of 3 on the air skip. So basically if you click one point into this, you're gonna unlock it, but you're gonna have to put, if you put, like, say 1 point is all you have in it, you have it, but it's going to cost you 4 mana, and then when you get the second point, 3 mana to use it, and the third point, max it out, it's only going to cost you 2 mana. Basically, this is how this is working, and that's what those numbers right there are meaning with the 4, 3, and 2. And basically, these tiers are kind of still the same how they were before, where you have to put so many points into this column before it'll let you unlock this column. Or basically just spend this many in general. Like, say if we're over here, we don't necessarily have to spend them here or here. It just has to be basically like, so if we want to get to this tier, we've got to spend 10 points within exploration skills. Doesn't matter if we spend 10 points all right, you know, through this up here or down here, it's going to unlock this. So that's how that works too, if you're confused about that. Alright, so basically, yeah, starting out, we've got the air skip. We all basically know what the air skip is. Everybody's had that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Hustle increases movement speed, pretty self-explanatory. High jump, more jump heights. That's going to help you jump over ledges and stuff like that, so everybody knows what that is. Well rested. This one's interesting. I thought this is a new thing. At the start of each day, you gain 1 of 6 powerful exploration buff effects. These buffs last for either 6 hours, 12 hours, or the whole day. So if you max that out, you get them all day. I really wish it said what these 6 exploration buffs it is. So basically it's saying there's 6 buffs, and you have a 1 in 6 chance of it activating one of those. So let's say if one of them is like a movement speed buff, then there's a 1 in 6 chance you're going to get a movement speed or maybe a harvesting buff. Hopefully we can figure out what those 6 buffs are, and then we'll make a video on what the 6 buffs are or something like that, because I'd like to know what those are to know how good that skill is. Hard to know how good that skill is without knowing what the actual buffs are, but it says they're powerful exploration buffs. I'm going to imagine they're pretty good. But I thought that was pretty cool. That's definitely one of the cooler skills they've added. That was not in it before. Increase movement speed by 10, 15, or 20% while traveling over paths placed on your farm. That one is awesome. That's kind of a game changer. 20% speed while you're on your paths on the farm. But by paths, they basically mean like these, you know, I have stone path right here kind of all over my farm laid out. Basically, so if you're on that, you're going to get a speed buff. That's awesome. On the run, increases movement speed by 10, 20, 30% for 3 seconds after collecting a forageable or breaking destructible objects. In your element, increases mana regeneration by 0.1, 0.2, or 0.3 of a second while in forest or wilderness. This applies to all Navari. That was already basically a thing. Increases movement speed while mounted. That's basically already a thing. You can now use tools while mounted. Actions while mounted are 75 or 70, 85, and 100% as fast as normal. So that used to be a thing in the game when the game very first came out. They removed that after a few updates in, where you couldn't like mine while you're on your mounts. But basically, they made it a skill now to where basically you're gonna be able to mine or water your plants and stuff like that while you're still on your mount. That's pretty cool. Definitely awesome, especially that you still 100% if you max this skill out. That's really good. And then we have the double skip. Basically, it's the second air skip. That was already a thing, but now it's going to cost a little more mana, basically. So, it is what it is. And moving on, we have the Sharp Axe. Increases damage done to trees. That was already basically a thing. Increases the amount of logs dropped from a tree. I believe that was a thing, but it may have not have been. It's pretty self-explanatory though. Silk Saber, basically granting a bonus chance to yield extra silk when forging spider webs. Heavy-handed, increases damage done to tree stumps. Ethereal Axe. Okay, now this is one of the new spells that are added, so we're definitely going to make a video on this. This is going to be, you know, most likely all 4 spells will be in the same video, but it just depends on how they are and stuff like that. Unlock the Ethereal Axe spell. Summons a giant magical axe that swings in a large arc in front of you, dealing 30, 40, 50 damage to enemies and trees. Cost 20, 25, or 30 mana. No cooldown. And the damage scales with attack and spell damage. So that's be pretty interesting to see how that works. Hopefully it's pretty good against enemies, but I imagine this is more for like it's under the exploration, so I imagine it's more for chopping down multiple trees at once. Precise Axe. Increases your chance to critically strike by 5, 10, or 15%. Sapsucker. Chopping down a tree restores mana. Chopping down a tree grants 0.1 attack and 0.1 spell damage. Chopping down a tree grants 0.1 maximum mana. Lumberjack's Luck. Fully grown trees have a % chance to drop additional rare materials, so that's always nice. Double Take. When collecting a forageable, grants a bonus chance to receive an extra item. Secret Compartment. All treasure chests and money bags grant a certain amount of more gold, basically just 80, 120, 160. Adventurer's Cookbook. Unlock 5, 10, 15 unique cooking recipes only obtainable from the skill point. Okay, so basically this special recipes right here just from the skill point. These recipes all use ingredients obtained from forging. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I like that. And you notice some of these, like this one's a multiplayer global skill, so if one person unlocks that, then you don't really even have to worry about it. Everybody's going to get it if you're playing on a multiplayer server. Collecting a forageable or breaking a destructible object restores health and mana. Yeah, that's pretty good. Increases sell price of all fruits by 20, 40, or 60%. Eating a forageable increases maximum mana by 25, up to 30 mana, so that's pretty good. Let's see, where were we at? Yeah, we got that. Horn of Plenty increases amount of fruit dropped by fruit trees by 1.5 to 2 times. Scavenger Hunt. Each day, 1, 2, or 3 golden pomegranates now spawn around Sunhaven. Upon harvesting one, the others disappear. Consuming a golden pomegranate increases maximum health and mana by 2 and grants 200 gold. Well, that's pretty cool. That's definitely interesting. I like that. Okay, so basically, like, even if there's 3, you're still only going to be able to get to 1 a day. By the way I'm reading this, it's just if you have 3 of them spawn, there's going to be a higher chance of having to find it instead of having to look all over the place, you know. So I imagine they're going to be like in trees and stuff like that, or just laying on the ground possibly. Increases the sell price of all forageables by 10, 20, 30%. Fruit trees have a 2, 4, 6% chance of spawning golden fruit. That's pretty cool, golden fruit. That'd be interesting to see. Alright, on to the last row here. Good Neighbor. Each bulletin board quest completed awards 1 to 2 additional community tokens. Town Spirit. Each bulletin board quest completed increases maximum mana by 1, up to 30 mana. Sign up for the Pen Pals. Sign up for the Sunhaven Pen Pal Exchange. Receive a letter from someone in Sunhaven every Sunday of each week for 4, 7, and 10 weeks. This one's a little bit confusing to me. It's like, I'm assuming the way it works is kind of how it's saying. It's like, if you get this skill, it says you're going to receive a letter every Sunday for a certain amount of weeks. So I guess this skill only lasts 10 weeks at the max, maybe. Kind of the way they made it sound. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it sounds. I might have to elaborate that or test it out a little bit. We'll see how that works. Gain up to 1, 2, or 3 bonus community tokens after gifting a romanceable character. So better gifts give more community tokens. So that's pretty cool. Appreciation. Grants a bonus 10, 20, 15, or 20 gold each day for every heart you have with all romanceable characters, up to a max of 1,000 gold per day. Each token citizen, each bulletin board quest completed awards 20 to 40 bonus exploration experience. That's pretty good. Gratuity. Completing a bulletin board quest grants 10 bonus gold each day per quest completed. A max of 500 gold on the last one per day. Connection. Every heart level gained with each romanceable character gains 0.5, 0.75 to 1 maximum mana, up to 50 max mana. So that's pretty good. Popularity. After achieving 10 hearts with any romanceable character, grants 1, 2, 3 bonus community tokens every morning. That's pretty decent. This one, yeah, I read this earlier. Heartfelt Promise. The effects of your wedding ring are increased by 20, 35, 50%. So this is pretty good, actually. The first 2 years are pretty weak, 20 and 35, but 50%, that's a little bit, that's actually a buff. The wedding ring before, if you didn't already know, it only gave you a 40% increase in experience. So if you never got married, go ahead and, you need to get married, get this skill right here and max out if you can. Try to get that 50% buff. It's going to be worth. My advice would be trying to get to this last, tier pretty. Even I'm not there though. Yeah, it's like 45 points, and then you're gonna have to get this. So you're at least gonna have to get to like level 48 or so, I believe. Yeah, because you gotta get 45 spent here, and then 3 on this. So you gotta have 48 skill points in order to. And it looks like 1 skill point will be less. So you gotta be like level 49 to get this. Worth it though, because then you're gonna get that 50% experience bonus. And actually, if you guys really want to know, if you haven't already seen my video, go ahead and go check it out on how you. It's just called like how to get a 40% bonus or something like that. Actually, because I believe the wedding ring. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, only give you 20%. The reason I was getting 40% is this right here. I've got 2 of these bad boys on right now. 2 wedding rings. Now, I don't think they've changed anything about this, but you can get married twice and get 2 wedding rings. So if you haven't checked out that video on how to do that, go ahead and go look at that. You can go get married twice and get, like, even right now I'm getting 20% still on this. So once I get 50% on each ring, that's going to be a 100% experience bonus. That's going to be crazy. We're going to be testing that out and see if it's really 100% or not. And I'll let you guys know how that works, but I guarantee you it's going to be 100% experience, and that's going to make grinding on these way easier. So that's one of my pro tips for this video. I'd say if you didn't know that, now you know. Definitely worth subscribing over that one, so hit that subscribe button if you didn't know that, and hit that like button too. Appreciate that. Alright, that wraps it up for exploration, so let's move it on to farming now. So just go ahead and dive right into this. Propagation grants a 4, 6, or an 8% chance to find an extra crop when harvesting crops. Retaining soil increases chance crops stay watered overnight by 10, 15, 20%. Increases the sell price of each crop by 4, 7, 10 gold. Increases Thrift Hunter increases the amount of discounted seeds for sale in the general store by 10, 15, 20%. Also increases the daily discount by additional 10, 15, 20% off. Okay, that's pretty good. That's real good. Earthquake. Unlock the Earthquake spell, shake up the earth, instantly tilling a square of 15 to 36 tiles on your farm, and then also each tier will bring the mana up a little bit as well. That skill was pretty good before, so I mean 36 tiles, I don't know if it did that much before. I don't think so. I think they buffed that a little bit. Fertile Land grants a 4, 8, 12% chance to get an extra crop when harvesting crops that are fertilized. That's pretty good. Unlock the Rain Cloud spell. Summons a cloud that waters any crop it travels over. Rain Cloud covers the width of 3 tiles and travels across 4, 6 to 8 tiles. So you could do 24 tiles with that if it's maxed out. That's pretty good. Costs 20 to 30 mana based on the skill. Seed Recovery grants all crops a 5, 8, 11% chance to yield a seed bag for the same crop when harvested. Tranquil Farm increases mana regeneration by up to 2.2 per second while on your farm. Expensive Yield. All crops yield 1, 2, or 3 mana orbs or tickets when harvested. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Way to get a little bit of diverse income going on no matter where you're at. Alright, on to the second row. Culinary Mastery. Increases all the sell price of cooked meals by 4, 8, 12%. Expert Chef reduces the craft time of meals and potions by 10, 20 to 30%. Beginner Cookbook. Rank 0 out of 30. I don't know why I read that. Unlock 5, 10, 15 unique cooking recipes. These recipes are only obtainable from this skill. So, okay, so that's another one like that adventure recipe thing. So another 15 unique skills that you can only get from unlocking this. And you know those recipes are going to be probably some permanent stat boost type foods, so you're going to have to get those to max out your stats. As you can see right now, if you look at my health used to be pretty dang high. It used to be in the, I want to say like 500 plus health, but now it's down to 183. This update definitely nerfed the health for sure. They're trying to make it harder. I think they're trying to make it more skill based and stuff like that. And there's definitely, they added in so many recipes. I'm not even sure if recipes are still the way to go to max out your health. We're going to have to see how, what all changes. They changed a lot in this update. It's a completely different game, I'd say, for sure, as far as progression and everything goes. Alright, moving along. Nourishment. Eating a cooked meal restores 4, 7, 10 additional mana. Chef's Kiss. Cooked meals increase your relationship with a neighbor by 10, 20, or 30% more than usual when given as a gift. Leftovers. Gain a 5, 10, 15% chance to whip up an extra serving when cooking a meal. Alchemy. Unlock the Alchemy table. Crafting recipe at the crafting table. The Alchemy table can be used to craft potions that grant temporary buffs. We're definitely going to make a video on the Alchemy table and the other few tables on here, so be looking out for that. Advanced Cookbook. Unlock an additional 5, 10, 15 unique cooking recipes. These unique recipes are only obtainable from this skill. It'd be interesting if they make all the permanent stat boosting stuff in these skill books right here, basically, that you have to get, because that'd be the only way to get them. So that kind of would be a nice, progression type thing, where it's like you have to level up your farming up to this and then max this skill out and then cook those recipes and eat them if you want to get that health up there, or mana, or whatever. We'll see. That may not be it, but that would be a pretty good system, I would say. Definitely a way to slow progression down, because the game had a little bit too fast a progression. Now it's definitely going to be a way better paced game. Moving on, we got Magic Meals. Cooked meals grant an additional 0.5 maximum mana, up to 30 maximum mana. Cuisine Master. All permanent stat increases gained from food are now increased by an additional 10, 15, 20%. Okay, well that's pretty legendary. You definitely need to max that one out pretty good. And this bonus applies to food eaten fast, so just getting that alone, I could probably get a little bit of health going up. Automatically get me a 20% buff right there. Jam maker. Okay, so unlock the jam maker. Crafting recipe. At the crafting table, the jam maker can be used to create jams that grant experience to all professions. I'm curious to mess with that jam maker and see how we can get some passive XP buffs going, possibly by, you know, just getting jam, eating it, leveling up from eating jam. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Fruits of Labor. Reduces the mana cost of making jams at the jam maker by 2, 4, and 6 mana. Okay, so it costs mana to make jams. That'd be interesting. We're definitely going to have a video on the jam maker, so don't worry. That'll be coming out real soon. Real soon. Perfect Memory. Reduces the craft time of jams by 20 to 40%, so that's pretty good. Beekeeper. Unlock the bee box. Crafting recipe at the crafting table. When 12 fully grown flower crops are surrounding the bee box, it will make honey. Honey restores a large amount of health and mana. We're definitely going to have a video on the bee box, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming soon too. Busy bees. Bee boxes now produce honey in 2 days instead of 3, so a little speed buff there. Flower Farm. Receive 5, 10, 15 blue rose seeds in the mail from the farming store every Friday. Okay, I'm not sure how good that is or how bad that is. Not sure what's special about blue rose seeds, but we'll see. Delicious Experience. Increases experience gained from eating jams by 10, 20, and 30%. Okay, that sounds like it could be pretty good too. Seal of Quality. Increases sell price of jams and honeys. I almost thought it said homies. Gotta sell your homies. No. Increases the sell price of jams and honeys by 4, 7, and 10%. Gain a 5, 10, 15% chance to collect an extra artisanary item. Most likely that just means like honey or jam, I'm assuming. And let's see what else we have. Yeah, artisan badges, yeah. Okay. Experienced Artisan. Eating a jam grants an additional 5, 10, 15 experience every hour for the rest of the day. That's pretty awesome. This experience is based on the last kind of jam eaten. Okay, that'll be something we'll have to experiment with a little bit and see how we can get max experience gains. I'm assuming I'm just gonna assume since all this, you know, with the jam and stuff like that and all these extra bonus type experiences on these skills and stuff, leveling up probably takes a lot more work. It was already kind of slow to level up, but I guarantee you it's a lot more grindy now. But it kind of really needs to be. That way you have something to do during the game. It kind of makes it a lot more fun. I like grinding skills. That's just me, though. It's an RPG. That's kind of what you want. Especially since it's high level. Honestly, I hope they crank the level up higher. I'd like to see it go up to 100. Level 70 is pretty cool, but I like 100. I like those triple digits. Make you work for it. Alright, moving on to this last row. Top Shelf. Increases the sell price of barn animal products by 4, 7, and 10%. Happy Animals. Farm animals have a 8, 16, 24% chance to yield an extra animal product. New Friends. Unlock the ability to purchase the sheep and pigs at Sunhaven's barn store. So that's basically, you know, I'm assuming if you get 1 point in it gives you the sheep and then the other one gives you the pigs. I guess is how that was supposed to be wrote out. Something like that. We'll figure that out. It would be cool to see how the barn and stuff like that works. We'll be definitely checking that out in an update or in a video. I'll be doing a video on just the barns and maybe like a barn layout or something depending on how the inside of them works. We haven't even checked that out, so definitely going to make a video on that. Moving on to food delivery. Receive a free 10, 15, 20 animal food in the mail from Kitty on every Monday. Well, that's pretty cool. Never hurts to have a little extra passive food income. Each barn animal and pet grants a bonus 20, 30, 40 gold each day. I could see that being a pretty massive bonus. Actually, right now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look up here at this top left, I just now realized I have 15 out of 6 animals, so that's kind of funny. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I guess it's because I have all my stuff just thrown down on the ground already. I'm not sure if that's including these pets over here, or if I just have like 15 cows and chickens just chilling over there, all starving to death. But they're all just chilling over there. That may be something that's like kind of, since I already placed them down, it's kind of glitched to where it won't, you know, force me. Once I pick them up, I probably won't be able to place them down again. That'd be interesting to see how that works. But anyways, that was just something I noticed. Let's see, where were we at here? I think we just read that one. Yeah, each bonus gold. Okay, yeah. Friends of the Forest. Receive a first, second, third letter in the mail from a special creature. Okay, well that'll be interesting to see. Looks like on the picture there it kind of has a little snackoon on the icon, so it will be interesting to see what he sends us. Promenade. Walking with a leashed pet grants a bonus 1-3-5% move speed. Also gain 2, 4, 6 exploration experience every in-game hour while walking with a leashed pet. Well, that's amazing. I'm gonna start leashing a pet around. I already have plenty of pets over here, as you can see, so I'm definitely gonna start rocking a pet all my videos. Full House. Increases max animal slots on your farm by 4, 8 to 12. See, right now I got 15 down and you can only have 12 at the max, so that's super interesting how that's working right now. A little bit broke right now. Golden Heart. Animal hearts can now overcap, revealing a golden heart bar. Animals displaying their golden hearts have a 8, 12 to 16% chance to provide a golden animal product. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this last skill, I think this is hilarious. I happened to see this earlier. For the animals, barn animals are now very happy. You gain no gameplay benefit. So basically just like a waste of a skill point, I guess. It's just for the animals, you know. You just gotta have that wholesome skill in there. I don't know. That's just a joke, obviously. It's pretty hilarious though. Like, I mean, I could see it. It's kind of a waste to not have a skill there, but it's funny. It's funny. I get the jokes, so. Alright, moving along. That was all the farming. Bear with me, guys, here. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to get through these as much as I can. We still have a lot more. There's like, I think 190 of these altogether on the skill nodes, so just bear with me while we read through all these. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are. Let's get back into the mining. Okay. Stone Splitter. Stone nodes have a 30% chance to drop 1, 2, 3 extra stones. Stone Crusher increases damage to rocks, ores, and gem nodes by 5, 10, and 15%. Rich Deposits. Ore nodes have a 10, 20, 30% chance to drop 1 extra ore. Vacuumulus. Unlock the Vacuumulus spell, emit a powerful shockwave around you, dealing 15 to 20 damage, surrounding blah blah blah. We all know what the Vacuumulus spell is. Basically, it just creates a big circle around you, destroys all the rocks. Or you can destroy grass as well, and then it sucks it all in for you. It's really, really amazing for mining. Most likely, it's got a pretty big nerf, I would imagine, because it was pretty overpowered. You could just walk up and just mine like anything within a massive area, and then it would just suck it in. No matter what tier the ore was, it would just, if you had high enough spell damage, it would one-hit it. So we'll see how if that's still as good as it used to be. Coal Miner. Stone nodes have a 4 to 10% chance to drop a coal. Precious Stones increases the sell price of all gems by up to 45%. Wide Swing increases your pickaxe swing range by up to 30%. Crushing Blow grants up to 25% chance for your pickaxe to deal up to 35% splash damage to nearby nodes. Okay, that's interesting. So basically, like say there's like a percent chance that when you hit, your pickaxe is gonna splash out and do damage to surrounding nodes. That's interesting. We're gonna have to mess around with that, see how that works. Weak Spot increases the chance to critically strike nodes when mining by up to 15%. Blast Mining. Ore nodes have a 4 to 8% chance to drop 5 additional ores. Okay, that's kind of already a skill. Blastsmithing increases crafting speed of anvils and furnaces by up to 30%. Tool Mastery increases speed of all tools by up to 10%. Smelting Mastery, gain a 12% max chance to smelt an extra bar at the furnace. Jewel Crafter, unlock the recipe to craft the jewelry crafting table. The jewelry crafting table can be used to craft rings and amulets. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. Hopefully they added a lot, some jewelry and stuff like that. Like, maybe not rings, because I'm probably going to rock the wedding ring until all my skills are maxed. But we'll see how the rings are. Maybe there's some better ones, honestly. And but the amulets for sure. I don't think there's really very many amulets at all in the game before this, so that's going to be interesting to see, and we'll have a video on that too, the jewel crafter and all that. So, Outfitter, unlock archer armor / archer and mage armor at the anvil. Okay, so that'll be cool to see. So we'll have to mess around with that too. Next we have Armorsmith. Increases the sell price of armor and jewelry by up to 15%. Master Armor. All crafted armor now additionally grants up to 3 bonus attack damage or up to 3 bonus spell damage, depending on armor type. That's super good. I like the armor type stuff. I'm glad they're doing that, and I'm glad to hear that this one has like ranger armor / mage armor. So there's range armor, mage armor, and then melee armor. They definitely need to keep going with that. Genius. That's what I like to see. I wanted to see more of that. Okay, anyways, Master Craftsman. Crafted armor now additionally gains 1 of 4 powerful bonus stats. Okay, that'll be cool to see. Hopefully you'll be able to, there's a way to like re-roll that into, you know, that way you don't have to recraft the whole thing and just hope you get one of the 4, you know, the god roll is what they usually call it. Hopefully that's not how it is. Hopefully you can re-roll it. Efficient Smith. Reduce the crafting cost of items at the anvil by up to 20%. That's awesome. Uniformity. Wearing a full set of the same armor increases your damage dealt by up to 10%. Savings. Gain a bonus of up to 120 gold each day. Industrial. Crafting an item grants you up to 8 bonus gold. Long Arm increases your item pickup range by up to 30%. Tomes of Mana. Unlock the ability to craft mana tomes at the anvil. In addition, mana tome recipe costs are up to 30% cheaper. Okay, so that'll be pretty cool. That's interesting. So now you have to craft mana tomes. You can't just find them on the ground. It used to be you just found them randomly on the ground, then you use them and you get like 2 + 2 max mana or something like that, depending. They had a skill that would increase it a little bit, but that seems to have changed, so that's definitely going to change progression a lot, and it's going to be cool, give you something else to craft to get your mana up. I like how they're doing that. Portal Crafter. Unlock the recipe to craft selling portals at the anvil. Okay, so selling portals, that'll be interesting. We'll have to mess with that. I'm not sure what that is. Worthwhile Restoration. Gain 3 gold for every 30, 20, 10 mana restored. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Beast mode passive gold right there. Feng Shui. I think that's how you say it. Feng Shui. That's what I'm gonna say. Feng Shui grants 4 bonus gold for each decoration. Oh, I think that might be Feng Shui even. That's probably Feng Shui. Yeah, Feng Shui, I'm most guaranteed. I didn't know that's how you spell that. Interesting. Grants 4 bonus gold for each decoration in your house each night. This caps at up to 100 decorations or 400 gold each night. Okay, that's cool. My house is loaded with decorations, so I like that. Yeah, Feng Shui, sweet. Resourceful. Currency bonuses and currency caps gained from the mining skill tree are increased by up to 30%. Tomes of Skill. Unlock recipes for skill tomes at the anvil. Skill tomes grant 1 skill point to any profession. In addition, skill tome recipe costs are up to 20% cheaper. These are interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how those work and how hard those are to craft. Because basically what it's saying, it's going to give you skill points. I'm assuming is how that work. You know, yeah, you just you craft that, use it, and then you play. Oh, here's a skill point for depending on the type of skill tome. I'm assuming. It says grant 1 skill point to any profession, so maybe it doesn't even, they're all the same, you know, you use it and then you can pick which one you get. And I imagine there's a max on how much you can use on certain skills, maybe. We'll see how that works. Might have a video on skill tomes. Smart Investor, gain 2% of your total gold every night as bonus gold. Max of 1200 gold each night. That's always a good skill. Hidden Gems, stone nodes have a 5% chance to drop a sapphire. Max of 4 sapphires per day. Monster Hunter, increases your damage to monsters in the mines by up to 20%. Quick Escape, enemies in the mines have a up to 12% chance to drop a rusty key when slain. Dungeoneer, enemies in the mines grant a bonus up to 9 mining experience when slain. Well, that's pretty cool, I like that. I like that a lot. Mystic Miner, breaking a stone node with a pickaxe restores up to 3 mana. Crystal Collector, enemies in the mines have a 25% chance to drop a fire crystal when slain. Max of up to 10 fire crystals per day. That's nice, they definitely needed that in the game. Looter's Fortune, destructible objects in the mines have a up to 60% chance to drop an extra item and give up to 6 mining experience. Okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. Each day, gain 1 of 5 powerful buff effects while within the mines. These buffs are 1 to 200% effective. That's pretty good. That's kind of like the other one with the exploration buff, so well, that's pretty interesting. We'll have to mess around and see what those buffs are. Might have a video explaining what the 5 buffs are and how good that is. Crystal Essence, breaking a gem node with a pickaxe restores up to 8 mana. And finally we've got Treasure Hunter. Treasure chests respawn up to 4 times more as often in the mines. Opening any treasure chest grants 1 max HP permanently. Okay, that's awesome. I like that max HP. Normally treasure chests were kind of trash before, so hopefully they kind of buffed them a little bit. But I mean, even if they didn't, now they're automatically better, because if you open, you know, 10, 20 chests throughout your whole time down there, you're going to get 20 HP, so that's worth it. That's awesome. And it doesn't say there's a max on that, so that could be indefinite, like, you know, infinite experience or infinite health in theory off of that. Alright, moving on to combat. Sorry for making this video so long, guys. Just bear with me. We're so close to being done. We only got 2 more. Fishing is a little bit smaller than the other one, so just bear with me here. We're almost done. Combat. Fireball. Unlocks the Fireball spell. Fires a blast of flames, dealing up to 16 damage and burning enemies for an additional 4 seconds. Intellect. Increases spell damage by up to 1.5 or by 1.5 for every 10 max mana you have, with a max of 30 plus 30 spell damage. Mana Conduit. Slaying an enemy restores up to 2% of your total mana. Minimum 2 mana restored up to. Mental Focus. Increases your maximum mana by up to 20. Chain Lightning. Unlock the Chain Lightning spell. Shoots a bolt of lightning at an enemy, dealing up to 22 damage, and then jumping to an additional nearby enemies. Cost up to 6 mana. Arcane Mastery. Increases maximum mana by up to 6%. After spending mana, recover up to 12% of the mana spent. Okay, that's pretty good. Fire Beam. Unlock the Fire Beam spell. Launches a destructive beam of fire, dealing up to 9 damage repeatedly. Costs up to 25 mana. 10-second cooldown. Spell Haste. Combat spells can now be cast up to 20% faster. That's pretty good. That's real good. I like that. Arcane Might. Critical strikes with spells now deal up to 180% total damage. Cataclysm. I read this one earlier. I think this one sounds really interesting. Unlike the Cataclysm spell, transforms you into a spinning ball, granting massive movement speed and causing heavy damage to all enemies collided with during this time. Cataclysm deals 100 damage per second and lasts for up to 7 seconds. Costs up to 40 mana. 30-second cooldown. That'd be kind of interesting to see. It kind of sounds like you turn into like Sonic the Hedgehog in a ball. Like, that's what I imagine. I'm just like, okay, so you go full on Sonic the Hedgehog and then you just like roll into stuff, and it's a movement speed skill, so I'm down with it. I'm curious to see how that works out. That's definitely going to be on that spell, the new spell video that we're going to come out with. Moving on, agility increases the attack speed of swords and tools by up to 10%. Brawler increases the damage dealt with swords by up to 15% and grants up to 6 bonus armor for 6 seconds after striking an enemy with a sword. Lunging strikes, after jumping, dashing, or casting air skip, damage dealt with swords and crossbows increased by up to 15% for 1 second. Bounty Hunter. Enemies have a up to 45% chance to drop triple the gold when slain. Double Strike. All attacks hit a second time. This second strike deals up to 18% damage. Up to 9% for range and spells. That's actually really OP, honestly. That's pretty awesome. Dash Strike. Unlock the Dash Strike attack. Dash Strike can be cast by right-clicking with any sword, surging forward and striking all enemies in your path 5 times for up to 25% normal damage. Costs up to 8 mana. That'll be interesting. That'll definitely be on that video with the spells. We check that out. Fervor. Attacks have a 10% chance to restore up to 7 health, up to 3 for ranged attacks. Okay, so it's a range thing too. That's definitely pretty good. Berserker increases damage dealt by up to 3% for each 10% max health you are missing. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Max of 30% damage bonus when at 30% health. Okay, so basically lower health, you do more damage. Makes sense. Duelist. Critical strikes with swords now deal up to 180% total damage. Default critical strike damage is 150. Boss Hunter. Each consecutive strike with a sword on the same target deals 1 to 2 additional damage, stacking up to 5 times. Heavy Hitter. Increases the damage of all attacks by up to 3 damage. Double Shot. Increases arrows fired each shot by 1 and increases the speed of all ranged projectiles by up to 20%. Hot Shot. Your crossbow now fires flaming arrows, dealing up to 3 more damage each shot and deals burn damage for up to 3 seconds. Combat Insight. Increases the combat experience gained from slaying monsters by up to 3. Triple Shot. Increases arrows fired each shot by 1 and increases the speed of all ranged projectiles by up to 20%. Aerostorm. Unlock the Aerostorm attack. Aerostorm can be cast by right-clicking with any crossbow, raining down a volley of up to 12 magical arrows. Cost up to 18 mana. Yep. Eagle Eye. Increases your chance to deal a critical strike by up to 10% and your damage accuracy by up to 20%. Sharpshooter. Increases damage of all attacks by up to 5. Ferocity. Each critical hit increases your critical strike damage by up to 5%, stacking up to 6 times. That's pretty good. Rending Shots. Striking the same target with 6 consecutive range attacks rends them, dealing up to 25 bonus damage. That's real good. Range is probably gonna just slaughter the melee and the magic, honestly. Range before was the top dog. It's top dog now, I guarantee it. Especially now that they're adding range armor in, like, it's over for the other two. I mean, I'd be surprised if the other two can keep up. We'll see. I'll try to make a good mage build, a good melee build, and then a range build, so we can check it. You know, I'll try to get some content out on that, but I'm guaranteeing you that range is going to be the highest DPS, and it probably always will be. Let's be honest, it's just so OP. Moving on, Extra Plating increases your armor by up to 7. Meditation, restore up to 0.2 health every second. Reinforced Armor reduces the damage taken from enemies by up to 15%. Thorn Mail, after taking damage, reflect up to 200% of the damage back to the enemy. Adrenaline, after receiving damage, gain up to 50% increased movement speed, decaying over 3 seconds. Fortified, increases armor by 3 and an additional up to 4 armor for each nearby enemy. Sidestep grants a 15% chance to dodge enemy attacks, or up to 15%. Deep Sleep, sleeping restores up to 30% more health and mana. Grit, increases damage immunity period after taking damage by up to 40%. Well, that's a pretty decent increase. And finally we have Leadership. Unlock the Aegis spell. Increases armor of all players on the same map by up to 15 and heals them for up to half a hit point every second. Aegis lasts for 5 minutes. Costs up to 30 mana. That's pretty good. And it applies for everybody on the whole map, so it doesn't even matter where you're at, I'm assuming. Increases the armor of all players on the map. Yeah, on the same map. So yeah, that's wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for sure. And that's it for the combat spell. So moving on to the last thing, fishing. Bear with me, guys. If you're still here, how have you not clicked that subscribe button? Obviously you like what I have to say and you're enjoying this, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get this last one over with, guys. Bear with me for like another 5 minutes probably. Alright, freshly caught. Increases sell price of all fish by up to 15 gold. Twin hooks grants up to 9% chance to reel in a second fish with your catch. Bonding experience increases the fishing experience gained from catching fish by up to 7. Lost booty grants up to 7% chance to pull up a treasure chest when catching fish with a fishing rod. First catch of the day. The first fish caught on each day also grants gold equal to up to 350% of the fish's sell value. Self-sustaining, catching any fish restores up to 9 mana. Bubble net. Unlock the Bubble Net spell. Conjures air bubbles that magically float forward at the speed of up to 3 tiles per second, trapping and catching any fish that it travels over. Wow, that's awesome. That's going to be super cool. I can't wait to mess around with that. That's definitely going to be in that new video with the spell, new spell video. Go ahead and keep an eye out for that. Cost up to 35 mana. That's awesome. I cannot wait to mess with that. I did not think fishing was going to get a spell. That is really awesome. Outdoorsman. Eating a fish grants the well-fed buff, increasing mana regeneration and movement speed for 5 minutes. The well-fed buff is up to 200% effective. Celebrate success. Catching a fish increases your movement speed by up to 60%, decaying for over 8 seconds. Arcane Angler grants a up to 12% chance to catch enchanted quality fish. Upgraded lure increases the attraction for radius of your fishing hook by up to 30%. Additionally, fish now swim faster towards your hook. Firm hand reduces the difficulty of the fishing minigame by up to 15%. Quick cast increases the casting speed of fishing rods by up to 24%. Bigger hook increases the wind area of the fishing minigame by up to 15%. Perfect cast increases the cast range of the fishing rods by up to 30%. Familiar waters, rare, epic, and legendary fish spawn rates are increased by up to 15%. Stick to landing increases the perfect catch area during the fishing minigame by up to 15%. Keen eye, the silhouettes of rare, epic, and legendary fish now sparkle in the water. Spawning season increases spawn rate of all fish by up to 20%. Advanced fish mapping increases the spawn rate of legendary fish by up to 30%. Automation, fishing nets crafted at the loom require up to 30% less wood and stone to craft. Bountiful harvest, every item collected from fishing nets grants up to 9 bonus gold. Taking notes, increases experience gained of every fish collected from fishing nets by up to 9. Well woven net, fish caught by fishing nets have a up to 12% chance to be higher quality. Wizard's weave, collecting fish from a fishing net gives you up to 4 mana. Salvage, fishing nets now have up to 50% chance to catch craftable items in addition to fish. Premium permit, increases your farm's maximum fishing net slots by up to 8. Yeah, if you notice, we do have them over max on the fishing nets too. I'm at 30 out of 16. That's hilarious. So it's interesting to see if that'll ever be fixed. I may just be broken, have a broken game forever, and have all these extra. Well, the animals I'm gonna have to force to pick up. Some of these cows if I ever want to get any sheep or pigs. But on the nets, no reason for me to ever have to pick those up. Not that I know of. So that'll be interesting. Anyways, back to it. Net positive. Large fishing nets now have a up to 50% chance to catch a bonus small fish. Efficiency. Large fishing nets now catch fish in 2 days instead of 3. Dang, 2 days for those. But apparently those large fishing nets, you know, I didn't know they took 3 days now. That's pretty intense. But even 2 days, that's still going to be intense. But apparently those got a massive buff. So we're going to have to see what how good those are, or whether or not they're worth it. And finally, we have lost treasures. Large fishing nets have up to a 15% chance to catch treasure chests. So that's also pretty good. Alright, that wraps it up for these 190 skill nodes. We finally made it through them. Thank you for bearing with me. If you're still here, you're awesome. Like, if you're still here and you're not subscribed and you haven't clicked like on that video, like, why? I literally don't know why. You clearly love this channel, so show your support, show that love by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. Let me know in the comments what your favorite skill out of all this is, or what skills you want to see me mess around with. If there's a video guide you would like to see on any of this stuff, let me know in the comments. Make sure you go check out the blog. I'm gonna probably type up all these skills and everything that they do, and probably gonna have them in a blog post type deal. You know, that way for people who prefer those text guides and stuff like that, you can go check that out. So check out codolewis.com. That's the blog. Again, codolewis.com, the same name as the channel, just with the .com on it. Link will be in the description, all that good stuff. And I believe that's it for this video. I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Everything sounds wrapped up. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out codolewis.com, and other than that, I'll see you in the next one.